Joseph Mifsud is a Maltese academic. In 2016, he became involved with George Papadopoulos, an advisor to the Donald Trump presidential campaign. He was later accused of being a link between that campaign and Russia. Described as a Russian agent by former FBI Director James Comey, Mifsud became central to accusations regarding Russian interference with the US presidential campaign, specifically with his links to George Papadopoulos. Back when Boris Johnson just became Prime Minister, he faced questions about the government's links to key individuals named by the FBI in its Trump-Russia investigation. Then came accusations of a potential security breach following the emergence of a photograph of Johnson with Mifsud. Thus started the rumour of the British government being infiltrated and compromised by Russian money and Russian influence at the highest levels. George Papadopoulos even tweeted this: "Another example of UK incompetence or complicity. Here is Joseph Mifsud a year after I notified the FBI that he was a suspected Russian agent with none other than the British Foreign Minister Boris Johnson. Strange that a Russian agent gets such access to the top in the UK." This development came less than a week after Johnson denied meeting Mifsud, at a time when concern was growing about the possible Russian interference in the Brexit campaign, in which Johnson, as Foreign Secretary, played a crucial role. Where is Mifsud now? Can we get hold of him to answer any questions on these things? Well, according to a filing in the US federal court in September 2018, Mifsud is missing and may be deceased. The video that follows is an excerpt from the Mueller probe when the Senate committee was discussing the possibility of NATO and even Boris Johnson being compromised by Russian influence.
Let's continue with the opening of the investigation supposedly on July 31st, 2016. The investigation was not opened based on an official product from Five Eyes Intelligence, but based on a rumor conveyed by Alexander Downer. On Volume 1, page 89, your report describes him blandly as a representative of a foreign government. But he was actually a long-time Australian politician, not a military or intelligence official, who had previously arranged a $25 million donation to the Clinton Foundation and has previous ties to Dearlove. So Downer conveys a rumor he supposedly heard about a conversation between Papadopoulos and Joseph Mifsud. James Comey has publicly called Mifsud a Russian agent, yet your report does not refer to Mifsud as a Russian agent. Mifsud has extensive contacts with Western governments and the FBI. For example, there is a recent photo of him standing next to Boris Johnson, the new Prime Minister of Great Britain. What we're trying to figure out here, Mr. Mueller, is if our NATO allies or Boris Johnson have been compromised. If our NATO allies or Boris Johnson have been compromised.
Whatever you believe or refuse to see and accept, the Conservative and Unionist Party has credible links to Russian money that they are currently scrambling to gloss over. The Prime Minister's hard talk of sanctions on the Russian political elite, banks and their economy as a whole is a sham. Johnson has instructed the Treasury to allow a 30 days window of grace for VTB, Russia's second largest bank, to liquidate and cash in its assets based here in the UK. The question remains, looking down on the bigger picture of corruption set at the heart of the governing party in the UK, is: if they were not compromised by Russian influence, why does it look so very clearly that they are? And why are they allowing a window of opportunity for VTB to remove their assets when everyone else in the world has cast iron sanctions in the light of the Ukraine crisis? The British government is compromised greatly, and Scotland is being dragged along without any way of cutting ties with it. Some say our independence movement has stagnated, that it's over due to the Ukraine crisis, due to the decisions made by the SNP in day job politics in Holyrood. I feel exactly the opposite. especially when we have such evidence of mismanagement by Westminster. Who knows how far it goes? What I do know is that the only way to be 100% sure that we can wipe away this corruption and do our utmost for the Ukraine crisis effectively is with independence. So if you're one of those indie folk that like to demean your own cause, remember this moment when you accepted a corrupt and compromised government in Westminster just to score political points in your devolved government. Thank you for listening. Goodbye and good luck.